Hi everyone, welcome to another Facebook Live here at Chatelaine headquarters. My name is Katie Underwood, and as you can see to my immediate left, your right, is the wonderful and talented Alan Cumming.
Hello.
Joining us today.
Hello, Kitty.
Nice to see you.
You too.
Surprising, also. We usually don't have too many celebrities here, so this is pretty cool. We heard you were going to be in town promoting your new book, You Gotta Get Bigger Dreams, which you can see here. Mm-hmm. And we thought, we've got to have him in. We've got to have treats, like any host. And because we're terrible hosts, we're going to make you actually work for your dessert here.
Fine,
a little bit.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, so as you can probably see here, we have some lovely vegan cupcakes, we have some icing, and a bunch of vegan treats that we're going to use to decorate while we talk about your new book.
All right.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get...
What flavour are the cakes? Are the cupcakes, do you know?
They're chocolate.
All of them? Mine too?
Yeah.
Great.
Still vegan. No cow was harmed in the making of this cupcake. So yeah, if you want to grab an icing pump and a cupcake, I guess. Let's get started.
The different colours?
Yeah, so there's pink, blue, white.
You take this thing off first?
You can leave it on at... We're experienced here at Chatelaine. Yeah, so you can just leave it on because it can help you guide the icing.
Okay.
So
let's go for it.
Yeah, alright, let's see how this happens. Oh jeez.
Whoa, it feels weird.
That's super weird.
Yeah.
So this is actually made with chickpea water.
Oh, great.
Yeah, aquafaba. So viewers, actually, if you want to chime in at any point, ask Alan your questions about the book, about his life on the road, his experience as a man of international
cake making,
baking, anything you want to ask, you can kind of chime in. We're going to be talking about the book here today too, so I guess I'll start by asking, are you a baking guy?
I think this answers your question.
That's a pretty good attempt. Mine's like,
I'm trying to
that's okay.
recreate a dog poop. It didn't quite come out as I intended. It's harder than it looks.
It is harder.
I used up a lot.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm not a baker, no. I'm a cook. I cook a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I don't, baking's never been my forte. I'm more of a sort of a stew man.
So actually Melody, who baked these lovely cupcakes, thank you to Melody, oh my god, she said that you're a soup guy.
Yeah, I'm very big on, I've a crock pot.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it in Canada?
Yeah.
And I really want to do a TV show called Rock Out with Your Crock Out.
Amazing.
Do recipe, because crock pots are great because first of all none of the flavour goes away. Mm-hmm. All the nutrients stay in the thing because you just basically, and it's really easy, you shove it all in,
yeah,
turn it on and walk away for like 10 hours,
yeah,
and you come back and it's delicious. Yeah. I think it's the easiest. I don't know why more people don't do it.
I know, it's kind of like the perfect modern cooking.
Yeah, and I think it's got a slightly granny, fuddy-duddy old lady reputation.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to break down.
That's true.
And I think if we thought, say, hey, how did you make this? You say, I rocked out with my crock out.
Yeah.
It would
it's making crock pots sexy again.
Yeah, bringing sexy back to crock
or like making them sexy in the first place.
Yeah, I don't think they ever were that.
Maybe we can put our finished product up here.
Oh, are you finished?
I guess so. That was kind of a very vanilla attempt at a first cupcake.
It literally was vanilla. Oh, well, I'll put mine up there.
It's very standard.
We're going to do another one though, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we're going to do this until they're done.
All right, okay. I'm going to do the smaller ones next. I think
okay, that's perfect. So I wanted to ask you, this is your third book. You have a novel. I'm just eating now. You have a novel.
Yes.
You have a memoir. And this book is kind of it's a bunch of photo essays, basically, right? So how did you decide on a photo format?
Well, I've always taken photos. I actually wanted to do a book about my life that was stories, and not one and so I kind of was writing this book before my memoir, my last memoir, and I've always taken photos, and I had an exhibition of photographs a few years ago, and I just thought it would be a nice sort of thing to continue. And sometimes I think a photo is a good way to get you started on a story. Yeah. And sometimes the photos that I choose are ones that inspire me to write a story, or they illustrate the story. Yeah. Or sometimes and interestingly, sometimes they're about neither, and they actually are about. There's a couple of photos in it that actually confuse you because what was really going on is not what you see in the picture. Yeah. But I think that's interesting as well.
It's artistic as well.
Yeah. So I wanted to just sort of see, write more about my life, but not do it in that boring kind of like, I was born, and then this happened,
yeah,
and then this happened.
On a cold winter's night.
Yeah, and my parents came over from Romania in 1922. Like, who cares?
Is that a Romanian accent?
No, that was just...
Just too.
This is the Romanian accent.
Yes, that's better.
Yes,
I was saying beforehand, I hope I don't pick up your Scottish accent, because when I'm around people with accents, I kind of start to, like, I might give a hint of a brogue.
What would be wrong with that?
Nothing.
Great.
I love Scots.
Oh, good.
So I actually wanted to ask you, because there's a lot going on in this book, and I would not say it's standard boring memoir stuff. Like, you talk about Liza Minnelli, you talk about, what was it, holding Iman's purse at a party with Janice Dickinson.
Yeah.
There's a lot of family stuff in there too, like it's really kind of running the gamut. But
yeah, it's not all celebrity fluff.
No. But there's definitely some fun nuggets in there.
Yeah.
Because you live such an interesting life, dare I say it, how do you decide which memories to put in a book like this? Because you've seen a lot.
Well, I think it's actually to do with, what's a good story. I mean, I think actually I realize a lot of the stories are stories that I told as like, kind of my turn. You get together your friends and you tell a story. A lot of them are that. So actually, a lot of things have happened to me, but there's maybe not really a story there. It's more about sort of a combination of things. Circumstances, yes. There's lots of people I've met and I've had a, hello, how are you, had a nice time, but it wouldn't be such a good story like the Elizabeth Taylor story, because there's something that adds to it, and so it's really mostly, I think I'm as you say, Scottish, and I I think storytelling is a tradition we have in Scotland, oral storytelling. So what I'm trying to do is kind of do that in a more visual way, but keep it in that sort of fresh way, and like my friend Eddie, who's in the book a lot, he's actually I'm taking mine out of this thing just to be
that's totally
controversial.
Fine. It's pretty DIY over there, as you can tell.
And
do that too.
He like, there was one time there was a new story I had, and I was telling it, and a couple of nights later I was someone else, and I was telling someone else, he was there, and a couple of nights later, and he said to me one point, he went, I've heard that story 3 times this week, and I was like, and it was a good story, wasn't it, each time? And it got better each time.
Don't you forget it,
That's
Eddie.
what storytelling's about. Yeah. And now you'll never dare, because I've made him a star.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, actually, the title of the book is based on an anecdote that Eddie is in.
Yes.
I was wondering if maybe you could relay that to the viewers without spoiling everything.
Well, so Oprah is obsessed, Eddie's obsessed with Oprah. I wish Oprah were obsessed with Eddie. Oprah.
Yeah.
So I was invited to an event that Oprah was getting an honour at, and I just thought, I've got to take Eddie to this.
Yeah.
As my date. And so I did, and this was a bad idea.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There are no bad ideas in cooking, except for Pizza Hut.
I'm just going to mould this with my fingers into a
That's okay.
blancmange-like thing. So anyway, basically I took Eddie to this big posh event, and he was like this little schoolgirl. He was so desperate for a photo with Oprah. And I was like, I'm not going to guarantee that's going to happen, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to humiliate myself in front of Oprah to get a photo with you.
Yeah. That's high stakes.
Because I would have had to take it,
Yeah, totally.
But I thought, I said, surely just being in the same room as Oprah, the very nearness of her should be enough. But no, it wasn't.
Yeah. To be blessed by her presence. That's how we all feel.
And she was going to speak, and anyway, so
we're just eating now. That's fine.
Yeah, we're going to eat them, aren't we? I love that it looks like a bit like sweet corn.
You know nerds.
Sweet.
That's a nerd.
Is it really? What is that made of?
So, it's like a little sour sugar nugget.
It is.
Oh God.
Yeah. Let me see. Perfect.
Sweet.
A little sour sugar nugget.
Hi, Mom. Yeah. So it's a shower. I'm out of here. So
Hi,
yeah,
Alan
it's
Cumming,
like a little,
and this is the Chatelaine Facebook Live.
Yeah, you could be an orthodontist. You could be like an octuple threat in addition to singing and dancing and writing. You could be a dentist.
I give you my
Nerds.
Yeah. What about nerds or sugar and?
Yeah, it's like sugar and other, but it's sour.
No cow's hooves.
No cow's hooves. This is all vegan approved.
Great.
We made sure.
I
did some furious Googling last night.
Was I telling had I finished the Eddie story?
The Oprah story.
Yeah,
no,
what was it? So, because I've told it a lot, actually, I kind of forget my place. So, anyway, basically what happened was, we're at the thing, and there was this big central table where there was Oprah, Steven Spielberg, Jesus, Kofi Annan, all these people, and Jesus wasn't really there. And
he's everywhere, though.
He is everywhere. Anyway, so I realised that Oprah, she stood up from the table, and I realised she was coming towards us, and I looked around and I realised we were sitting, our table was by the restrooms, and Oprah was going to use the loo, because she does that. And I realised she was going to come right past us, and I was like, Eddie, she's coming! And I had been doing my, taking photos, trying to get a long, zoomed in on her, and I was trying to fiddle with my lens. She was coming, and I heard Eddie in this little childlike voice going, Oprah, may I have a photograph with you? It would be my dream. And Oprah went, you gotta get bigger dreams. Like, really kind of slightly mean, I felt. I thought
that's a little intense.
I said,
for Oprah.
did Oprah just diss you? And he goes, I don't care, see the photo.
Yeah.
And the photo is really terrible. It's half of Oprah's face, beautifully in focus, looking kind of, beatific.
Yeah.
And over here is this blur of Eddie, like that.
Yeah.
But actually I realised it was the perfect embodiment of that moment, because Eddie was a blur, and Oprah is a goddess, and she cannot be fully present in those situations.
That's true.
So it's actually, I've managed to find a way to rationalise why my terribly bad technical photos are actually brilliant.
It captures the spirit of it, I feel.
Yes, it captures
right?
the spirit, yeah.
So I was going to ask you, because there are a lot of...
One?
Yeah, go. I'm hogging the blue. I don't know why. I was going to ask you, because there are a lot of selfies in this book that actually predate Kim Kardashian, pioneer of the selfie.
By like her entire life.
By like her entire life, yeah. You said you were doing them since the 80s.
Yeah.
So do you think that all this panic around like selfishness in selfies is a real thing? Or how do you feel about selfies in general?
I feel... I think the actual... Two things. I think the thing about wanting to take a picture with yourself in it, and I think the reason I've done it for so long is that I actually really like... Because I did it, with a camera, though, so you don't even see what you're... You look down the lens, you don't look into a monitor or to... I really like sort of seeing, like, when I look back on them, I like seeing, oh, there's me, I looked like that at that point, and behind me, this was happening. I actually really like that as a record.
Yeah.
But I think what's happened with selfies now, because everyone can do them and this has become this thing, is that what people are saying is, I have not had this experience unless I have physical evidence of it on my phone. It's like an existential dilemma, that was I really there?
Yeah, it's like a tree falling in a forest, but with your life.
Exactly. That's a very good analogy. But I think that sometimes people say to me, I made this realization a few years ago. I thought, I don't have to have my photograph taken with everybody that asks. It's my choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes people say, can I have a photo? And I go, you know what, I don't want to, because I'm just having a drink with my friends, and if I have a photo with you, I'll have to take a photo with everyone in this bar. Yeah. So thank you very much, it's very nice to meet you. And they always get it, they sort of go, oh. But some people, you go, I don't want to, and they're like, what? And you go, I don't want to take a photo, I'm just with my friends, blah, blah, blah. They're like, they can't compute it. They're sort of like, all right, but like, what's wrong with him? You're mine, I can have you. Yeah. And actually, what I think they're saying is, but I won't have met you unless we have it on my phone. And sometimes I say, isn't it better? I'm looking you in the eyes, we're having a conversation. Isn't that better than a selfie? Yeah. And they go, no.
Yeah. I need the evidence.
And that's the problem, I think. That's the problem of the selfie in our culture.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you, because this is definitely a picture book, but it's not for kids. So there's some bums in this book.
More than just
Can I say bums? How do you decide which bums, like memories, to put in? Like, who qualifies?
Well, they've got to be pleasing to my strict,
your butt criteria?
My rigorous criteria.
That's fair.
And also there's like chest. There's a lot of chest, a lot of boobs.
Yeah. You said there's a chapter on hairy chests.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the viewers about that? I feel like coming from my mouth, it's a little...
This is my hairy chest. It's not very... It's like a tuft.
You got some stuff going on there.
Yeah, it's getting a little better as I get older, but it's not uniform. There's more on this side. I've got this little tuft in the middle. I've got these bits, and I actually kind of shave them. I don't shave the tuft, because I realised that... I once shaved the tuft, and I realised that was the only thing that was giving me shading in my pecs. So I immediately let it go back in again. But I actually really like... I like hairy chests because I think it's sort of... And I love like curvy... In the same way I love curvy women. Like it's womanly. And hairy chests are manly. It's like what your body's supposed to be. You're exemplifying what is sexy about yourself. And other things are sexy too, but I just actually like... and also it's annoying because I've got hairy everything else. Look at those arms.
Yeah,
Check out these.
Yeah, that's... Yeah,
so the fact that I don't have a hairy chest...
It's a hair
pisses
party.
Me off.
You got a hair party going on. Mine's regular, I guess.
Yeah, that's regular.
Yeah. I'm okay with the amount of arm hair I have.
There you go.
Things I thought I would not say today. So I wanted to ask you too, Time Magazine once called you one of the most fun people in show business.
I know. Not the most fun, just one of them.
Well, I mean, you're the funnest one I've met.
Oh, that's nice. Do you know who the other two were?
No.
They were referring to Cher and Stanley Tucci. So not bad company.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's pretty good company to be in. Having met a lot of them, do you think that you deserve that title? Well, in this book too.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the most fun people in show business, but that could be like millions of people, you know?
I think
I'm quite fun.
I have to say that when people found out you were coming, they were losing their S.
Were they? Oh.
That's okay. They were losing their minds.
Oh,
I don't even know. I can't speak without swearing anymore.
Isn't it
so
terrible?
I'm just like, what is the word? It is a little bit. I wanted to ask you too, being vegan. I'm coming to that. What are your
This is a good one. Look at that.
That's got layers.
Can you see it?
So many layers.
It's got sort of little.
Can we put some nerds on that? I think it's probably gonna fall over.
Is it? Oh, yeah, I'll put.
We don't want to ruin it. It's good as
I think it's. I might do a little sprinkle.
Yeah. Just a little zhuzh. This is
That's
amazing.
That's really good, actually.
I'm gonna take this back into the kitchen, and they're gonna think they made it. It's so good.
These are really lovely.
One thing that I wanted to ask you before you left, I want to ask you the ideal dinner party question, because you said that you're an unabashed party animal. Mm-hmm. If you had to design your perfect dinner party, so if you had to...
People.
Yeah, ideal mix, so they can be living or dead. Mm-hmm. You also have to pick the dishes and the music, because I can't let you go without talking about songs. Okay. You're known for cabaret.
Oh, yeah.
And your lovely voice.
Thanks. Not. I was going to go. It's all right.
Oh, you can go big.
I'll go with one.
Okay.
So who would how many am I allowed?
Let's do 3.
3 people?
Yeah.
Alive or dead? I'd have my granny.
That's nice.
Dead. But she was great fun. And I would really love to have more time with her.
Yeah.
So that's one. But now I feel duty bound to my other dead relatives, but I'm not going to.
Don't give pity advice.
No. And there's only 3. I would like Bonnie Prince Charlie. Do you know him?
Prince Charlie.
Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Prince Charles.
No. Bonnie Prince Charlie, he was like, you know the Jacobite Rebellion? The Jacobites? No. Oh, God.
Sorry.
So, you know Mary Queen of Scots?
If you had said like Shaka Khan, I would have been like, yes.
Right, no, she's not Shaka, she's not a historical figure.
That's true.
You know Mary Queen of Scots?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, okay, good.
I was.
Well then, I think he's her son. Is that right? Or grandson? Anyway, they're related. Mm-hmm. They're all Stuarts, and she was after she got her head chopped up. Basically, he was French, but there was he was the rightful king of Scotland, the heir to the throne of the Scotland Stuarts. So he came in early 18th century, mm-hmm. and he came to Scotland and he raised the standard, and they fought this thing against the English to try and regain the crown of Scotland. So mm-hmm. in a way, it was kind of one of Scotland's first independence referendums, but there was no voting.
Right.
Anyway, Bonnie Prince Charlie was this French dandy who lived in France and came over to do this, and you see pictures of him like this kind of little mincy little kind of thing, having with all these big kind of clansmen.
Yeah.
And it was a disastrous campaign, and he went back to France in disguise as a woman. And I think he's fascinating. I've just been in the Outer Hebrides of Scotland, way up, and that's where he was smuggled. Yeah. And I just think he would be fascinating. I'd love to find out if he was such a kind of noncy sort of little, effete person as I imagine he might be. So that'd be him. My granny, him, and Kate Bush.
Nice. Enya would be kind of a bummer. I always think Kate Bush and I think Enya right away. I don't know, because they're like calming and British.
What, the music?
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Enya.
Oh, Enya, you did not.
I don't know why I associate them.
I just think
Kate Bush is really high energy, but I just think it's a person.
Enya I think of as like getting a massage. I just always just think, whenever I hear her, I'm like, I just like, I've got suddenly got an ache.
Wait, so speaking of some jams, you invited a musician, but what would you play?
I would play, I DJ. I do this thing called Club Cumming. And yes. I do DJ, and I would put on like a mix of my own, mm-hmm. which would be eclectic. Mm-hmm. There's certain things, I've got a Club Cumming, chill out lounge mix. Mm-hmm. I put some of them on Spotify. Club Cumming Spunky.
What's on that?
Oh, sort of things like, Jess Glynn.
Yeah.
Do her. kind of a lot of sort of disco funky kind of vibe, a little bit of Shaka. You know, a bit of Mika. I like a bit of Mika for dancey fun. So yeah, that would be Club Coming Spunky, and it's a great mashup by David Guetta.
Oh yeah.
So
it's instance.
But he's done this one. It's the Proclaimers singing 500 Miles with Sia doing Titanium.
Oh my god.
With I can't remember the name of the band. The time has come. Something Oil or something. The time has come to say fair is fair.
Oh yeah.
You know that one?
To take our share.
To take our share.
It's Beds Are Burning by Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil, yeah, there. So it's a massive.
Where did that live in my brain?
Bravo you.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah,
it's really anthemic.
It's a mashup of those three songs, and honestly, it's colossal when you play it. And also when I do Club Coming, I dance to get the audience going, and I just dance away. So I would do that. I would put my own thing on, a variety, an eclectic mix.
Yeah. Perhaps
a few French songs for Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Yeah.
Scottish songs for my granny.
Yeah.
And we just have a laugh.
That's amazing. Well, I have to ask you about food because we have to wrap up now, unfortunately.
Oh, we're not getting questions from the audience.
I guess not.
Nobody write in.
Well, someone would like to know if you would serve Scottish fare at your dinner party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd serve Selfies. It's a very nice, big, make it in a crock pot. It's kind of like a stew. You have it on the stove, and you basically, as you're drinking of an evening, you just go and have loads of it. I would have that.
I was going to ask if there's any vegan Scottish foods, but it's pretty meaty.
It is, but you can just replace it. That's what I do. When I was a little boy, the stobies I had were very meaty.
Yeah.
But I just put fake meat and other things in.
Amazing. All right, well, I guess we're out of time here.
Gosh, that was quick.
I know. We got through a lot of cupcakes, though.
Yeah.
And they look amazing. They're a feast for your eyes. Party. Alan, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Again. We appreciate it. And we're going to enjoy these cupcakes after you leave.
Yeah.
Thanks for the food.
I'm going to enjoy them too, don't you worry.
Alan is going to be at the Bay and Bloor Indigo tonight to talk about You Gotta Get Bigger Dreams. It's on sale right now, where books are on sale.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming, and I'm going to start eating.
Thank you. Lovely to talk to you. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.